Good afternoon. I'm Brandon Frankel. Thank you for all being here today. I'd like to spend a few minutes with you and talk about a way to improve your future and your happiness. So before I get going, just to make sure that I understand the audience that is present today, it's my understanding that three of you are relatively young and new into your professional careers. Is that correct?
Correct.
And that a couple others here spend a lot of time focusing on helping out younger professionals who are starting their careers. Is that true?
Yes, that's a great way to say that.
Terrific. Well, today I'd like to spend a few minutes on helping you learn about a way to find a job that suits you, and that is really find the job that is the best job for you. So to get going, I'd like to tell a little quick story about when I was 15 years old. I used to wake up every day in the summer, about 10:30 a.m., walk about a quarter mile to my favorite place, spend the summer or the whole day in the summer, and I would just be at the pool. I'd be with my friends. I'd interact with some of the younger swimmers, some of the older swimmers, and stay there till about 8:30, 9 p.m. My day was done, the sun goes down, and I go back home. And the reason I like to tell that story is that was a job at that time when I was 15 years old, that job as a lifeguard felt like the best job in the world. And I'd like to tell you 4 things today that you should look for when applying or searching for a new job that will get you the best job in the world. And I'll give you an example of how that related to me when I was 15 years old and I was a lifeguard. So the first thing is push yourself. When you look for a job, you should look for something that pushes yourself, puts you in an uncomfortable zone, so you can learn and gain more out of that job. An example of that when I was a lifeguard, it was the first time I had to deal with angry parents, first time I had to deal with children who they didn't want to be told every 45 minutes to get out of the water and rest for 15 minutes. And I learned to speak with individuals, mostly adults, who didn't necessarily want to follow the rules that the pool had set out. But by pushing myself and learning how to deal with these interactions, I learned a lot about myself, and I learned things that will help me in my future career. The second thing that I think you should look for when you're looking for a new job is interesting coworkers. So this could be your boss, this could be people on your team, this could be people all around the company or the organization you work for. You want to have something to relate and learn from them, and you want to spend time with them. Especially in America these days, our careers take a lot of hours out of each week. Sometimes we spend more time with our coworkers than with our families. By having interesting coworkers, you'll want to be at that job. Specifically for me, when I was a lifeguard, most of the lifeguards were from the neighborhood. I knew a lot of them. I probably would have been hanging out with them no matter what. And they had the same interest and same friend base that I did. The third thing I'd like for you to look for when you're looking for a new job is find a job where the content is interesting to you. So in my case, I wanted to be at the pool. I swam my whole life. That's something that I'm interested in. Find a job where the content is interesting to you, whether it be technology, whether it be oil and gas, politics, sports, it doesn't matter. But you should be at work and you should like the content that you're talking about with your coworkers or your clients. The fourth thing that I'd like you to remember when you're searching for a new job is look for a job where you can make a difference, where you have the ability to make a difference. This means a lot to a lot of different people. It could be a macro difference, it could be a micro difference. In my example, I helped little children who were 4, 5, 6 years old. I taught them how to swim. And if any of you have children that age or little brothers or sisters who can remember that, when you're 5 or 6 years old and you learn how to swim 15 yards and you can go to the deep end without your parents, that's a big deal. And I was able to make a difference in these children's lives by teaching them how to swim. Now, some of you might disagree with the 4 topics that I've brought up that are necessary when looking for a new job or the best job. You might be looking for a lot of money. You might be looking for fame. You might be looking for a relaxing environment. Those are all great things that you might want to search for in your life. But when searching for a job, I encourage you to look for these 4 tasks: to push yourself, to find interesting coworkers, to find a job where you're interested in the content, and to find a job where you have the chance to make a difference in someone's life. I'm glad you were all able to come to this talk today. I encourage you, especially for those who are younger and newer in your careers, to take these 4 characteristics and these traits and look for them so that you can find the perfect job. And almost more importantly, for the 2 of you who are counseling future professionals or professionals who are younger in their career, teach them these 4 traits so that they can go find the best job out there. Thank you.